There's no eyes on that.
Shark,
Okay, we are live.
Oh shit!
Hey.
We should do like a supercut of all of our first 10 seconds.
That'd be amazing.
All right, so our good friend Technical Difficulties arrived again and paid us a visit.
It's Derek's
I-
fault.
No. Blame Nick. Always blame
Yeah.
Nick.
Always blame
He's not
Nick,
here, you know.
right?
You blame the guy who's not here.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like I was played
well-
a few months ago. It's fine.
In any event, let's rewind and get this started all over again. Let's start with character introductions first this time, like I was. So let's go with Derek first, because I know he's good at it.
My name's Derek, and I play Colt. I'm a partially reformed criminal, next bouncer, and I'm only a wee bit tall. And I just like to punch things, so that's what I do for fun and profit. You got to remember the profit aspect of that. So, whoever, do I pass it on, or do you just
sure.
decide? All right, Jess, why don't you go?
Oh, hi. I want to just say that I'm the one hosting the stream tonight. I play Volna in this game.
We don't know much about Volna. You've been very quiet. Everything about you.
Very judgmental.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Professional elf of wilderness origin.
Yes.
It feels that she has spent. It feels like, to me at least, she has spent many hours in a mirror practicing that look of disapproval.
Yes.
Disapproval.
Very much
Disapproval.
so. Disapproval. Very much
you're
so.
Poetic justice.
You're about to level up in disapproval alone.
Joy. I'm gonna pass it on to Lauren.
Me? Are you sure?
No.
Okay, I can do it. Oh, good. I'm not either. So this will be great. Hi, I'm Lauren. I play Wynn, a wild magic sorcerer, and I have a list of lovely people that I would like to talk to. I developed this list as I was on a journey to figure out who broke my horn, as I am a tiefling wild magic sorcerer, and yeah, I don't like that, and I will be making sure that I can take care of the business that I need to make. But I'll be funny and ridiculous and cause too much trouble than I'm worth, because her name is Whim, and she kind of goes on a whim. Pass it on to Rosie after this. Yeah.
Hello, I play Lyra. She is a human warlock with a familiar who is a pixie, and they both like to get up to shenanigans. They've been biffles since like childhood. My only constant, and I look forward to fucking shit up in this game. I'll pass it on to the DM.
I'm Kevin. I dungeon master this crew of Nerdus.
You're welcome.
I enjoy every minute of it. We've been playing through classic Curse of the Azure Bonds adventure. And when we last left off, you guys were leaving Daggerfall, bypassed Vunlar, on your way to Ulak.
I like the other name. Go for that.
Well, it exists somewhere. Every group of syllables is a town somewhere in the Forgotten Realm. So as you've progressed, you've noticed a couple of different type towns around. Tilberton was clearly within the borders of Cormyr, and almost completely devoid of Zentarum influence. From there, you arrived in Dagger Falls, which was under a military occupation. There's an active resistance. Then moving on to Vunlar, there you saw a city that was compliant with the Zentarum. The army still had a presence, but and definitely a cultural impact. But business was thriving. Things were were it was a functional, healthy city. Ulash is none of those things. Ulash is what happens when you resist completely. Um, Ulash is a ruin. For the last couple of decades, the armies of Hilsfar, one of the other major cities on the Moon Sea, and Zentalkeep have been in open states of war at various periods. Right now, they're kind of at a ceasefire type stalemate. They're both trying to claim control of these ruins because the city of Ulash, if you want to stretch the definition of city, is at a strategic location. Moving south from Zentalkeep across the River Tesh is easiest here where there is a solid stone bridge. Hilsfar doesn't want Zentalkeep moving our armies on this side of the river. And that's the source of their contesting themes. The last several miles as you've traveled, you've seen burned out farms. When you camped last night and looked out on the horizon in the area where Ulash was, you saw fireballs and lightning bolts flashing in the darkness as there was skirmishing going on between the two forces. One other thing that you notice is the entire day that you travel, whenever the wind shifts from the right or wrong direction, depending on your point of view, there's a solid stink of rot decay. And it comes and goes, but anytime the wind blows from the direction of Ulash, you get that stink in the air.
So it's New Jersey.
Specifically South Jersey.
JK, Jersey love.
It's called mud. No, no.
Yeah, it's free to get in. They make you pay to get out.
High taxes, bastards.
All right, enough bashing on New Jersey. I mean,
I love it. I can't live with it. It's fine. I'm timely.
they've got the Jets. What else more? What else worse can happen to them?
Wait, Jets? They're north.
The Giants are from New York. The Jets are from New Jersey. I don't make the rules.
But
I
they're
just live by
North Jersey. They ain't South Jersey. You guys are South
the
Jersey.
same stadium, but that's not nothing that matters.
We'll talk. Go on.
We'll talk.
So you guys are a short number of miles outside the city right now. The city of Ulash is kind of on a bit of a plateau, so you're looking up at it. It's a really good defensive point. If it was anything like a functioning, healthy city, it would be a good, easy to defend city. But this is your first clear look at it during daylight. What you know about Ulash getting here is that the cult of Mwandor, the devouring one, whose palm with a fanged mouth symbol is etched onto the bonds that you've been trying to get rid of. Their source of power in the realms is in Ulash somewhere. And when you left Tilberton and had that vision that was given to you, you experienced a lady in
Ages ago, but go on.
that was where you experienced the pale lady in white standing above the city. That was the first time you heard her name, Mogion.
Mogideon?
Say again?
Mogion.
Oh, Mogion.
Mogideon.
Mogion. Like Magellan, that kind of spelling?
Yeah, we're just gonna call her Magellan from now on.
Yeah.
Magellan.
Monica.
Mogion.
The five of you, you four plus Nada, who's missing tonight, are looking up at the city of Ulash for the first time. And you can feel repulsive fire from the bond.
From the what?
The bomb.
From the bond on
Bond.
your forearm.
Oh, that sucks.
And I
Was
would
it
like
right
you
or
all.
left?
I
Was
would
it right or
like
left? I
you
don't
all
remember.
to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, please.
I
God.
refuse.
Then you
Got
fail.
Hold on.
We are killed. Yep. We're going through it, John. Moji, Magellan. I don't know.
Oh, Gideon.
19.
Wait, which one?
19.
Which one was it again? I'm sorry.
Wisdom. Wisdom saving throw.
Thank you. 11.
For I am very wise.
So for
Today,
11 for win.
dirty 20.
All right. Colt.
5.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on? We're gonna kill somebody. What's going on? Hey, buddy.
Colt and Wim.
Yeah.
You see, it's early morning. And you see a pillar of greenish light coming directly up out of the sky, up from the ground into the sky,
Oh.
in the center of Ulet.
Oh.
And before you even realize what's going on, you're putting one foot in front of another, walking that direction. Losdrada's following.
You're out of the dark into the light.
So what we're looking at is pretty
Walking.
much like a beacon.
Yes.
Or
Saying,
drawn
"Come-"
to it, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I will walk towards it. I'm not.
Now for Lyra and Volna,
Yes.
you feel the bond pulse with that power and burn, but you resist it.
Yay.
However,
Because we are very smart.
the rest of your group is walking forward right now.
Bros, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah.
It's really cool. I feel like, well, I do that, that kind of hypnotic pattern. It kind of reminds me of that. So I'm gonna go there.
I'm gonna grab her and yank her back.
Colt and Wim, all you know is that you belong there.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally me. Like, I feel like the hypnotic pattern is totally me. So I'm distracting like I can be. I'm totally gonna go for it.
Is
No?
she like fighting me, or can I pull her
Yeah,
back and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Really?
If you'd like to physically stop her,
Yes. Like, are you high, bro?
make a grapple check, which is a strength attack roll.
Oh, great. With my +0.
I was gonna say same.
3.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, I got no.
Hi. We were friends.
So yeah, Lyra's kind of pawing at you, trying to get you to stop.
She's trying to give her a touch. I'm like,
I'm gonna beat her with my broom.
Fine. Oh, stop.
I'm gonna try to sweep her feet back.
Ow, ow.
Meanwhile, I'm just gonna keep walking.
Yeah, I'm like, hey. I'm like, kick it back. What the hell are you doing? Watch out for my items.
I'm gonna
It'll
try to
explode. My
trip
backpack
him.
will explode.
I'm
Don't
gonna
hit
make
the
an
items.
attempt to
They're
stop
volatile.
Colt, I guess.
I was like, I can try to trip him, just like throw myself.
And if I'm feeling so compelled to go there, if someone were to lay a hand on me, I'm going to, I don't know, flip them off me, put them onto the ground, and keep walking.
Yeah.
Rude.
If I can. Yeah.
Totally.
It's
like,
Okay.
I mean, if I can, maybe they'll overpower me. You never know. I'm not putting everything into it.
Okay. Volna, how are you trying to stop Colt? You've seen Colt in action. You know what he can do.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, do I really want to try and physically stop him?
I think you're just
Not
going to have to
really.
shoot me in the knee with an arrow.
And also, Losdrada is just kind of going forward.
He's trekking too. So which
Yeah.
way? Let's do the 2 equals. 3 equals, I guess.
I don't even have anything that would be useful, do I? I don't know.
You can't hit someone upside the head to knock him out.
Would you like to try and hit Colt to knock him out?
I can't. I'm compelled to go forward. That is my light. That is my answer to all of my. Do you have a broken horn? That's a question to you. This is part of my identity. That's my back. I believe in you.
I mean, noticing who they are, I'm not gonna put the full
Sure.
Hurt
you know,
on
Yeah.
toss them down and then throat punch them thing. I'm not gonna
them.
do
Go
that.
Stone Cold Steve
Oh my
Austin on,
God.
like, full on. Yeah.
Now, Lyra and Volna, you know what's going on here. Like you've experienced the bonds when they compel you to act. So it's very clear what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to charm one of them?
You can.
Would that be a waste?
Who would you like to try to charm?
I guess the easy mark, in my opinion, without any factual basis. I love you, Lauren.
Bring it on.
I don't know
So,
anything about your
hold on, I
stats,
don't know
so
if
she's
I'm
just like, oh.
I play a lot of characters lately. I don't remember what I can and cannot do.
Yeah, that
Or
happens.
So-
roll for that? Or does she have to
I'm only
roll
resistant to
DC 50?
fire.
What sort of saving throw does she need?
Yeah, what I need to do.
She needs Wisdom 15.
Okay, I have no save to wisdom, so.
Roll that with advantage.
Oh, advantage. Okay. That was a 10
Why
and
does she have
19.
advantage?
Okay.
19. A
Um,
10 and 19. Yeah.
when you try to cast that spell on her and counteract the effect of the bond,
I'm kind of like, what?
there is a blinding flash of stabbing light that just appears between the two of you as the magic of the bond repels the magic of your charm.
Well, fucking have fun.
Yeah, you got that thing going on where you looked into a oncoming headlights too long, and you've got those green streaky lights across your eyes. It stuns you for a second or so when the spell is repelled.
I don't
Can I just
remember.
pretend this is Fire Emblem and reverse it a little bit?
Reverse.
What would
I
break
want my
this?
fucking spell slot back.
What was that, Jess?
What would break this? I don't remember what we did. I don't think
Fucking
I've actually
knock them
been here
out.
either of the times that this has
We
happened
saved,
La-
or we
last
we saved individually, right? I think.
yeah,
'cause
last
my
time I had
spell
to make
magic didn't work.
another wisdom save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another wisdom save. Yeah.
You got the last the additional saving throws you got previously were because the bonds were telling you to do dangerous. Right now, they're not doing anything dangerous. You're just going.
It's forcing us to move forward, or right, and I have to follow it.
You know that the correct place for you to be is at the base of that beacon.
Okay, so being charmed that way. Okay, so I'm charmed to be doing this. Okay.
Maybe we should just follow them.
I'm tracking. I'm going. Hey, look at that green light over there.
I'd really rather not shoot anybody with arrows.
Yeah, Lestrada just kind of has a glazed look on his face, and is.
I grab it.
walking.
When I grab his arm, could I still have that kind of mobility if we're going together? Like it's lines, totally the Wizard of Oz. Everyone's arms are linked. We're going together. No.
He's not as enthusiastic about it as you are.
I'm just going. Oh, I thought I was that kind of compelled.
He kind of like tried to shakes his arm to get free of you a little bit, but
I won't be as enthusiastic if I know he's not. I'll just hold his arm just because we're buddies, and I want him to feel like he's he's got someone here. If he's okay with that. If he's not, I will not do it.
so Volna, you suggested following.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
The three of them walk forward at a steady pace, getting closer and closer to the city. Mile, 2 miles past. The broken wall of the city is just a few hundred feet away. From this close, you can see that the city has been thoroughly destroyed and ransacked. No part of this you can see has escaped some type of damage. Parts of the wall have crumbled to the ground where there's nothing but rubble left. You can cross through any number of gaps in the wall. There's also a off to the east. There's a group of 6-horse cavalrymen riding your direction,
Joy.
and they have kind of like their spears up in the air with red pennants flying from each of them. Valna, you would recognize them as Red Plumes of Hillsfar. They're the sort of mercenary company that the city of Hillsfar employs as their military.
Okay.
In general, they're considered brutish, and they employ violence far more frequently than a standard military would. They answer to no one except the paymaster.
Where's?
It doesn't appear that they've spotted you yet, but as they get closer, that'll become inevitable.
Is there anywhere to hide?
You can spot any number of places to hide. Your 3 companions moving forward, though, don't seem to.
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's go.
What are we gonna do?
Attack. Or wait, rather, I
Yeah, I
guess.
was gonna say maybe we shouldn't just outright attack. Um, how far are they? Not that far, right?
They'll be here at your location in another 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, they're on horseback, so they're moving pretty quickly,
Yeah.
but they're fairly far away.
Okay.
Our bonds
I
don't
would,
compel
I
us,
would
right?
say they are out of range of a longbow at this point.
Okay. I mean, maybe we should hide, or be like trying to be mostly out of sight when they come upon us.
Sacrifice our friends.
Well,
I
no,
like it.
no. Maybe a little bit.
That was a crit on self.
A crit
Fuck
on
you
Yourself, my
guys.
friend. Go.
You rolled for
Come on.
selfishness.
Yes.
Let you have it. It's fine. No.
And just see what they're gonna do.
Colt and Wim,
Hey,
give
what's
me,
up?
give me a perception check.
How you doing? Okay. No. Here's a perception check. Okay, so my passive perception is 15, just so you know. Because I fail epically because I have observant. So 15. Yeah. So yeah, that's actually the same as my passive. So
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
You get a 6 from me because I'm really just transfixed on getting to that point now that I'm not looking at anything else.
Yep.
But
Wim, you see the Red Plume Cavalry approaching.
Am I called to action?
Um,
Because if I Zintel Keep, I don't think I have a red plume thing on my.
no. But
quick,
you
you
are
better draw
familiar.
one.
Yeah, you were warned about them at one of the farm where you met the looters and deserters.
Yeah.
You were warned about the Red Plumes, so you know who they are.
Okay.
And they're likely to stop you from getting where you want to go.
And I'm compelled to get to where I need to because of the bot. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I can't fight against that until you tell me to do another wisdom save. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So then, like a good soul that I'll be, I will. What could I assume that the people that are? Well, I don't. Well, that's a question. Do I? Because Colt was talking to those folks. Do I know what they look like at all from the distance I was at when I was back with?
You get the general idea of what their uniforms are all about. I mean, you would have heard of them even in Silver.
So then I would have used Disguise Self, level 1 spell, to look like a human but in their armor. And I was escorting these two to where I need to.
In Red Plume armor.
Yeah, Red Plume.
Okay.
Because that's who's coming towards me. I will put it on.
All right.
As a human, yeah.
So yeah, Wim now looks like a red plume soldier.
Hey, I will alert the other two that are as we're walking forward because everyone else ditched us, right? They totally ghosted.
They're
Yeah.
not that far away right now, but
Oh,
they're
okay.
not. Yeah.
So I don't say generally the group if nobody else is
Yeah.
in earshot.
You're close enough to see her illusion take
Yeah,
place.
I figured.
You know, no longer this beautiful shade of lavender, but it's okay. No horns, but I'll be blonde hair, blue eyed.
So when I look up,
Soldier.
there's suddenly a human in armor next
What's
to
that?
You would,
What's up,
yeah.
dude?
You
You hear Wim. What's that?
you saw her cast the spell to create the illusion.
I'm trying to help you, dude. We're trying to get that thing over there. You see that? It's beautiful. It's lovely. I want to make friends with that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's gonna help me. It's gonna help you.
So I'm going to tell you this much right now, and I
Yeah.
look over at Wim. If those guys actually slow me down, I'm going to punch their horses first.
It's okay. I have somebody named Seraph who did
That's
that
so
once.
rude.
She totally took out a horse and burned it down. I don't know if you
And-
want to do that. You could if you want to, but that was folklore to her.
And
You're an
put some
ass.
parentheses over here. I do not advocate violence towards animals, but Colt,
Disclaimer: we have this like
different thing.
Yeah, no, it isn't.
Colt just he wants to do something, and if something gets in his way, he's gonna correct it.
Punch
fine.
first, think
Take
the consequences
Lestrada.
later. Yeah.
I will push Lestrada with him to like, hey, you guys go ahead before I'll slow back a little bit. We'll have a nice little stagger action happening. You guys go a little bit quicker before us, and I'll deal with these guys. So they feel like I'm in the vicinity. Nothing should really be wrong if you're hanging out. So I got you, boo.
Okay. The red plumes do spot you. Lyra and
Beautiful
Fauna,
plume.
give me a
Yes?
stealth check, please.
Beyond the crit I already had.
Yeah, I already rolled for it.
Oh, you already did? Okay.
Yeah, I got a crit 20 as well, so I got a 30.
We're like
Oh my
twins right now.
Okay, yeah. So
We're
the,
awesome.
Full on out of there.
yeah, the two of you just poof vanish. There is almost a visible, an audible pop as you become unseen.
I literally just like feel great respect for you right now. And
I
like
just have a totally weird question. I
Uh-huh.
just thought of this. Like, I have like stillness of mind, and I don't know if I asked you before, but it says that you can use an action to end effect that is causing me to be charmed or frightened. Is this compulsion like a charm, or is it
It is
different?
it is plot level charm. So yeah, no class feature alone will get around.
That's what I thought. I just
Mhm.
wanted to make sure because I didn't. If I could
Yeah.
snap out of it, I would.
So at that point, that's when the patrol spots you,
Continue.
and they speed up to a bit of a gallop and approach you from the front. And when they spot your uniform,
Yes. I
Uh,
give a nod of acknowledgement to them. They didn't spot me.
what are you doing out here alone?
I'm not alone. I have scouts with me.
They
Got
are
mercenaries. They're mercs. I wanted something a little bit fresh, given the Zental occupation that we're dealing with.
they're not human.
Well, wouldn't you want that with the Zen?
Who's your commanding officer?
yeah, mom.
Who is yours to be questioning me?
Brigadier Captain Letharian Stock. Who is your commanding officer?
And should I not be so inclined to not reveal that information if I'm covert ops to be clearing this area of Zental occupation? And I think you would know as being someone of that kind of caliber.
Give me a
have to do this.
deception check with disadvantage.
Ah, damn. It's fine. I'll take it because I was supposed
Good
to
luck.
Hey. Okay. What's my you said deception? So
Uh-huh.
deception. Deception is +4. Okay. Disadvantage. Oh please God. Oh please God. Let me be a boss. All right. So I have 19, 18. Yeah, +4.
Boom!
18 +4.
Just had to be your
Holy
backup
shit!
girl there.
Yes. Yeah.
We weren't told of any other units in this area.
Well, you shouldn't be galling them up to the area if you're trying to be covert, should you?
We're going to need to take you to the brigadier captain to sort this out immediately.
Oh, are you so much in Hey, you work for me.
Pardon me. I have somewhere else to be right now,
No,
and you're in my way.
You don't.
Ah, how dare you!
I'm going to give
Take a
you,
good
sir.
coin.
Good sir. I'm going to give you 5
Please don't mind me.
seconds. 5 seconds to part ways, or I'm going to show you a little maneuver I learned when I took an ogre and put his head through a door.
He actually did. I was there.
Just 5 seconds.
I can totally
4,
yeah.
They trust
3,
swords.
2.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I can't stop it.
I'm gonna jump up and I'm gonna
Hold on.
punch his horse in
Hold
the
on.
face.
Hold on. Right before Colt does that, I'm gonna like shoot an arrow right in between them, just out of fucking nowhere. See if I can stop
You're gonna
this.
fire an arrow between them?
Yes. Not actually at anybody, but between Colt and the.
Cool. I like it.
And
I like it.
What is
go.
your intent by firing that arrow?
To kill?
No.
What are you hoping to accomplish?
To stop them from fighting. Which it probably wouldn't actually.
No.
So ignore me.
If you want to take a shot, I'll give you the action in a surprise round if you want to take a shot. Because we're at a roll initiative point right here.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I
mean-
might as well because I'm hidden. That would just make
Okay.
sense.
So let's do that initiative roll.
Natural 20. Natural 20.
refuse.
I got a 10.
I shall not.
Natural 20 plus
Then
2,
you-
22.
If you don't roll, then you go left.
20. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Can
Colonel is
I
good with the initiative.
argue that
I learned 20. It's so fun.
I am hidden, so I feel like a surprise round is
Well,
in
yeah,
order.
oh yeah, I'll be after you guys. Absolutely.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
full
You
on
guys are
talking to
gonna-
them. Yeah.
Okay, because I rolled a 7.
Oh.
So I'm like...
Okay.
Go, please. Go, girl.
So I got William on a 20. Lyra on a 7.
Colt is
Yes.
also on a 7.
All right.
I have a 10.
Volna on 10.
Yes, girl.
But if it matters, I have a +4 to initiative, and plus +4 to Dex.
All right.
Not that
And Nostrada has a... Okay. So Volna and Lyra, you watch all this go down. You see this flustered attempt at trying to con a military unit into thinking that they're part of that same military unit.
It was an honest effort.
It was.
Appreciate it.
It was.
Thank you.
Which one of you would like to go first in that surprise
Volna,
Okay. I'll go.
round?
I've
Okay.
nominated you.
Thanks.
I don't know.
I'm going to shoot an arrow from my short bow at the Did you say he was a brigadier general?
That's who he said his commanding officer was, but there's a
Oh.
sergeant in charge.
Okay, yes, him.
Okay.
I will take note of his armor passively.
Fire it. Yeah, your uniform's not quite perfect.
I know. I'm gonna work on it.
Uh,
That's why I'm paying attention. Go on.
Come on, load.
it's like every time I see army people on the TV shows now, I'm like, That ribbon's in the wrong place.
That is not
I
even
got a
Man.
dirty 20.
Our training materials, the videos we watch for training, no associate ever has a name back. What did you roll there?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, you hit.
Cool.
Yeah, you do.
Did you roll that with advantage because you were hidden?
No.
You should.
You
Look
should
for
have.
that natural 20. Come on, you can do it. I believe.
Yeah, roll the other die to see if you get a crit.
No.
Okay.
So 1d.
You will also have your sneak attack damage because you're hidden,
Oh my god.
and that would give you advantage, so sneak attack apply.
So 3d6 in total. 14 plus 4. 18.
Oh, you rolled. I thought you told him when you said no. I thought you told him no, you weren't gonna roll the die. It's like, no, I'm
Dare
not gonna
you
roll.
expect what I do? Be awesome.
You said 18.
Yes. He's so dramatically leaned off camera.
Oh, I'm just leaning over on my head. Okay. You catch him square in the shoulder. It almost unseats him from the horse. But now they know that
Got
there's
him.
a sniper in the ruins.
Oh dear.
Can I
I
make
hope
an
they call
attempt to
me a
stay hidden?
sniper.
Is that like
You can use your cunning action to attempt to hide, which is normally a full action. You can do it as a bonus action because rogues are cool that way.
okay? Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Give me that stealth check again.
Oh, I'm a plus 10 in stealth.
Yeah, you are.
I was like, do I have to check that? And then no, I remembered. 18.
Okay. Not as well hidden as you were the first time, but still really well concealed.
That 30.
Lyra.
Yes. I'm gonna do, obviously, because it's like my thing, the Eldritch Blast. So do I get advantage too?
Yes.
Or is it because I'm not? Okay.
You
I
get
didn't know if
advantage because you're currently hidden.
Okay.
They can't see you taking a shot, so they get no attempt to dodge. That gives you advantage.
So I roll each blast separate, right?
Correct. Gives you advantage
Okay.
on each attack.
Perfect. So then the first one, oh wait, can I go for the big guy too? Just to try to knock him out.
Sure.
So first one, Jack dice. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
That'll hit.
Yay! And then the other one. 13.
Nope.
Damn it.
These guys are wearing thick, heavy armor.
Well, la-ti-da.
So you got one hit out of the two.
Alright. So damage is 9. Woohoo! Look at me go.
Okay. So that concludes the surprise round.
Surprise!
Going at top of the order. Whim, you go first.
And how many again were these guys?
6.
With the red plumes? 6.
6
So
red plume warriors on horseback.
6 plumes on horseback. And how far away are they from me?
Right now about 60 feet.
50 feet. So I would like to, in the center of that lovely population, and I would like to ask, would their horses also be involved in a wisdom save?
Wisdom save for...
Hypnotic pattern.
Ooh, can you make the horses dance?
That's why I'm asking.
That would be amazing.
They would be affected by that.
Absolutely. So, in the
I'm so
middle
excited.
of that party of red plumes, I hypnotic pattern those bad boys.
I'm
Wisdom
so
saving with
fucking
15.
happy.
Yep. Give me a minute because I did not have the stats for horse pulled up. I should know better.
This is why you love me, Kevin.
Would I also be affected?
Are you in there with them? You were walking away.
Wouldn't be in a horse
No,
shindig.
did he come to me or to them? That's a good question. I don't know how far away he was. Because I had a berth between me and them who went forward. Because I slowed back to kind of deal with them. And
Okay, well, let's read the spell real quick.
yes, please.
Hypnotic pattern.
Wisdom 15. I probably missed something crucially important.
I probably 30-foot cube within range, so probably not for me.
Each
Yeah,
creature
I
each
would have put it
creature
in.
the area that sees the pattern.
So I would not have put it in my
Right.
awesome
You would have
friend.
you would have had to cast it in an area that includes the red
Oh.
plumes.
Heck
So
yeah.
Colt would not be in that area.
Boom! Shakalaka.
Okay. And the
Yeah.
DC on that is 15.
Wisdom save 15, yes.
Okay.
If you're lucky enough to fail, that'd be great.
And the pattern appears and then vanishes.
Hey, it's a horse
Well,
of a different color. Come on. Let him have it. Let him
It's
have
a
it.
horse of a different color.
They say like a horse that sparkles and just keeps changing color. Like, it's just so hypnotic.
I got a lot of saving throws to make right here.
Sorry.
It's all good.
You're the best.
Listen to your woman, John.
2 of the red blooms just kind of have that glazed over look that you're familiar with.
Yeah, they do.
And you don't know what a glazed over look on a horse looked like until right now. But 2 of the horses also just kind of stare at the lights and go pretty. And as the math worked out slightly in your favor that the 2 horses that are staring have riders who are not affected.
So you got some affected riders
Yep.
on normal horses and
Yep.
normal riders on affected horses.
So
Okay.
essentially, is anybody moving? Is there anybody that we should be
There
worried about?
are 2 pairs that are completely unaffected.
Okay, 2
There
pairs
is
are
one
affected.
pair where the horses are affected and one pair where the riders are affected. They roll brilliantly for their saving throws.
And then after I cast that, I will get in a position where I'm within range, which is 120 feet. Right, yeah, range is 20 feet. Where I am not in anyone's range to stop my concentration of that.
Okay, so you're going to back up a little bit.
Heck yeah, I'm going to go find cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go
on. Thank you.
One of the riders, he tries to get his horse to move, and it doesn't. And he flat out lays into it with his heels and just kind of gives it a good solid kick. Not wearing spurs, because even the bad guys aren't that evil. But he does give it a good solid kick to get it moving.
Good, it's not me. I'm a big guy. It's good.
And it doesn't. So he's confused and pissed by that, but his horse is not moving. So then
boy.
He dismounts and draws a sword to advance.
Is that an action?
Well, it's going to take his movement to get down.
Good then.
The second rider whose horse is affected will do virtually the same thing with the exact same results. So they're just, 2 of the guys have dismounted. Then it's Volna's turn.
Yay.
Destroy that.
Do I still have advantage?
Yes, because you hit again.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing as last time. Take an arrow at the big guy.
Okay.
Is he dazed or no?
No, he's one of the ones who dismounted.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
22 to hit.
Absolutely.
And then I have sneak attack damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Only 14 this time, but still good.
Okay. He's not happy about his current existence.
Oh, I'm gonna also hide again.
Sure. Give me that roll again.
16.
Okay. When you're doing that, I assume you're moving between shots.
Yes,
So
I'm
you're
not
not
trying.
hiding
Not
in
yeah.
exactly the same spot, right? Right,
Yes,
because that would be really
dumb.
ineffective. Roz, I don't know what link you tried to put in the chat there, but it didn't work so well. So yeah, he's gone. Next up is one of the dazed riders. He stands there, asking his horse to do nothing. Colt.
Okay, so there's two dismounted guys. One of them's the big guy. He's got a couple arrows in him right now.
Yeah, he's got 2 arrows and a couple of extra medals.
All right, so like I said, I'm just gonna go forward. So the first horse, human, etc. I find in my path is getting hit.
You've got 2 of the guys on foot that have advanced ahead of the rest.
Okay, well then,
not by much, but a little bit.
Yeah, they'll probably be the prime target. And as I was, just casually walking before, now I crack my knuckles and I run screaming bloody murder at the first guy.
Okay. So you run like you're charging the gates of Area 51.
Yes, I'm going to. And I think, I guess, would you say the guy with arrows in him already is closer?
He is one of the ones that is.
Yeah, there's two. Yeah. Okay. So, I'll go for him first. Yes. We'll try this. We'll see what happens.
There's your orb.
So, the first attack, first of 2 without key, is only a 16.
Okay. 16 will miss. You get a solid clang as you punch armor.
Well, I follow that up with a 24.
24 will hit. It is even more solid clang that has effect in addition to hitting armor.
And that's 10 points of damage. And then I spend a key point because I need to, because he is still in my way and I have things to do.
Roz, you're up next.
Okay.
Question: if we're damaged, do we have a resave?
If at any point in time you're actually threatened.
Hey, everyone poops after me. I want to ask.
Oh yeah. They're all the way over there, half hypnotized.
Okay, I got a 19 on for the first flurry, and 21 for the second.
19 will miss.
So the 21 will hit. Okay.
Correct.
And that's 9 points of damage. And one other thing that I want to is use the open hand technique, because I did hit with the flurry of blows, and I want to try to push him up to 15 feet away from me. So if he fails a save, DC 14 strength save.
Is that a limited number of use per day?
It says whenever you hit with one of your flurry of blow attacks, you can impose one of the following effects. No limit to it.
Okay. He fails a save because he's dead.
Oh, okay. So I push his dead body 15 feet away from me.
You just give that punch up, I guess. And hit. Oh, you're punching up.
You went to the stars.
Yeah, about midsection.
Yeah. I'm just seeing like a groin punch that sends him flying backwards 15 feet.
Oh yes. I'm gonna.
Yep. The other
it's an upper.
The 3 red plumes who are not hypnotized wince.
I said I had things to do, and I will just keep moving forward. until they get in my way. So I will then move forward 30 feet, and then,
Right.
even though that'll
Lyra,
probably
you're
put
up.
me right near a horse.
I'm coming. Don't rush me.
By the time you got there, you didn't have too much movement left.
Yeah, that's true. So
Say hi.
Hello.
and Colt knows that he can't take full credit for that kill, but still, you know.
So what you
Okay,
got?
well. Who's alive? Eldritch Blast.
You've got one knight on the ground, walking forward, 2 mounted knights who haven't done anything yet, and then 2 hypnotized knights.
Okay. But the big guy's dead?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll get the guy who's walking. Just Eldritch Blast him.
You do not have advantage anymore.
So 20 and a miss.
20 will hit.
Yes.
You've zeroed in on their AC now.
Same fucking damage. 9. And that's it.
Okay. Who's up next? Those 2 guys.
My AC is ouch.
Your AC's out. What?
Ouch.
Ouch.
Yeah. One of the mounted knights is gonna charge forward on horseback directly at Wim.
Owned.
Wait, I feel like I have a reaction. Where's my reaction? Where's it at? Action. Reaction.
Science, bitch.
Do I have to? Do I have to? Oh, I don't think I have a reaction.
Well,
To what he's doing.
let's
Dude.
start with the horse.
Okay. Wait.
Look,
I thought
Hmm?
it was 2 pairs that were unaffected, but
Yeah.
it was 2 pairs that had, because you said 6 total, right?
Yeah.
So 2 were unaffected, 2 were on horses, and so this is one of the guys that has no unaffected.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
all right, cool. Just make sure. Thanks.
Does 17 hit you?
Oh dear lord! Yeah, of course it does.
Okay.
13 AC. Yeah.
He just runs straight at you with the horse and runs through you, trampling you with hooves. Take 11 points of damage from the horse, and then give me a strength saving throw.
Strength saving. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Okay. You're not knocked prone.
Okay.
I do need a concentration check.
Yes, you do. And what do I need to get to maintain that? Because how much? What was the damage again? I'm sorry.
11 damage.
11 damage.
And
so do I have to get
a 10.
10.
Concentration checks are DC 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher.
Oh, DC 10. So I have to do a 10 roll?
Constitution check, DC 10.
DC 10. Okay, so. Oh, no, DC 10. I do. It's still 20, not DC 10.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good. All right. That'll be a 14.
Okay, so you're good there.
Yay!
And he misses you with the warhammer as he drives past you.
Oh, again for me?
That's a miss.
Okay. Yay! I will still curse at both of them in Infernal.
Sure.
You bastards.
Sure.
F you. That's all. You.
The other guy pulls up a crossbow and fires at Lestrada.
Okay.
The crossbow bolt flies straight and true and just bounces right off his helmet. It rings his bell a little bit, but he just like shakes it off.
You can ring my
It's like trying to throw a BB at a Sherman tank. What's going on?
Yeah,
He likes the sound. Don't.
and then it's Losdrada's turn. So let's see what he is going to do now. I think we're all in agreement here that Losdrada has a tendency to overreact.
Yeah.
Let him do it. Yeah.
So
And he meows as he does it.
he's going to look straight at the knight that just shot him. And he's going to cast a spell. And the knight vanishes. Gone.
Oh, he banished him.
Losdrada says something in Dwarvish, which, if any of you speak Dwarvish, translates directly to "Go away."
But yet, get out of here.
Yeet.
And that knight has been banished.
He ain't coming back. We ain't saving him.
Okay.
Bye, Felicia.
So yeah, he is
Oh, that poor soul.
gone. Then Losdrada is going to walk towards the center of Ulash and then directly towards the beacon. That will bring us back to Wim at top of the order again.
Oh, me again.
Mhm.
I will then.
So far,
Who's left?
the
That's question.
SWAT sergeant has been killed
Yeah.
by a groin punch. One of the knights has been banished. His horse looks very confused.
He's like, thank God.
Two of the guys are just kind of sitting there looking at the pretty light. So that leaves one guy advancing on foot and the one who just tried to trample you. Successfully trampled you, just didn't hit with the warhammer. So there's really two that are functioning. Yeah, there are two fully functioning knights in this combat right now.
Okay. So then I will do Firebolt. I'll do a quicken spell. So I'll use 2 sorcerer points for that. Make sure to double check. Quicken spell. Or twin spell, excuse me, not quicken. Twin spell. So 2 for the one doing that.
Which spell are you twinning?
Firebolt.
Firebolt. Okay.
So it'll be cantrip. So it'll be
Yep. 1 point.
Cantrip. Oh, just one. Oh, one. Sorry, my bad. I'm thinking twinned. Double it. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do that to the 2 guys that are still causing problems.
One on each.
One of each, yes, please. And they're actually both 11, double.
Okay.
So it's 11 plus 7, so 18 each.
Okay.
But I will do Tides of Chaos because they don't hit, right?
Neither of those is going to hit.
Okay.
So you can give yourself advantage on one of those.
I'll give myself an advantage on the one.
The one on foot or the one who tried to trample you?
Trample me.
Thought so. Just want to check.
Dude, I don't appreciate that, John. I'm just trying to get over there. That's a natural 1.
Okay.
So no.
Okay.
But can I surge? And I'd appreciate you.
You can't surge on a cantrip.
Damn. Why did I do that? All right, go on. Thank you.
Okay.
That is
And next up is that guy.
I fall over for the natural 1.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that's right. You can't surge on the cantrip, but you can. You now have given Kevin absolute control.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, that, yes, please,
I get
please.
I get to state when the next surge happens.
Yeah, please. That's why I did it. So thank you.
So yeah, blah 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 blah. Cole, guy on foot that you're trying to walk away from, is going to lay into you with a warhammer. What is your armor class?
Call that a warhammer. 17.
Okay, he does call it a warhammer because it's a warhammer. It's 7 points of damage. One of the 2 attacks hits.
Okay.
All right. Volna, you're up now. Your camera is off. Are
Because
you
she
still
hates us.
Hi. No, I'm still here. Sorry.
okay?
My turn. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Um. I'm gonna shoot an arrow at the guy going after Colt. I just completely clicked past the page I wanted
Okay.
to be on. Okay. Advantage? Yes, because I'm still hidden.
Correct. You are hidden again.
Yes. Dirty 20.
Okay.
This whole thing reminds me of the movie Downrange. I just watched that last night. It's all about a sniper in a tree who just shot a bunch of people on the highway.
Yeah.
18.
18 damage.
Yes, and
All
then
right.
I think we all know what I'm gonna do right now.
Yep. You are going to return to the shadows.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Maybe if you are hidden, you should turn your camera off, and then you'd be really hidden.
Okay. Next up is that guy. Um, he's going to disengage from you, Colt. No, he's already gone. One of the knights who hasn't, the knight who tried to trample, he's going to circle around and head back towards the city, away from you guys. And he's doing that at full horse speed, so he's leaving your area of influence quickly. Next up would be Colt, because everyone else has either been banished or hypnotized.
So I've got one guy that's right next to me, a guy that just hit me with a warhammer. Now I have a weird question. Is there actually a horse just standing there that doesn't seem hypnotized?
The horse is about 20 feet away.
Okay.
And his horse is hypnotized.
Okay.
The only horse that is not hypnotized and unowned or unridden is the one who was beneath the banished rider.
Okay.
And he's kind of milling about a little bit.
But what would get me faster to the place I want to go besides some stolen horse?
Oh, there is a stolen horse that you could reach pretty quickly.
Yes. So, what I will do is, because the guy has already hit me, I will tie into him, but then I will move towards this horse, or the empty horse.
Unhypnotized empty horse.
Yes. Yes.
I love it.
Oh, whoa. Double 15s. So that's double 22s.
Both will hit. Lyra, you're up next.
So, okay. So that's 9 and 6. So 15 total damage.
Okay.
And then I will spend a key point to dash. And, well, I have a question for you. Okay. When I do Step of the Wind, it says my jump distance is doubled for this turn. Can I spend this key point to dash towards that horse and jump onto it?
Yeah.
So then I will spend the key point to saddle up.
Okay. So he's going to get an attack of opportunity as you run away.
Yep.
Does a 25 hit?
Absolutely.
Takes 7. And you are out of his reach. So the leap onto the horse. How does that leap happen?
Okay. Well, I've thrown my couple of hits at him. I turn around. He gets me from behind. And I just see this horse and I make this run. And I assume I'm coming at it from the side because no sane, even slightly driven or hypnotized person is going to come from a horse in the rear because you're going to get kicked. Right. So I will just make like that run and then jump up to like grab a hold of the saddle and pull myself over.
Okay. Do you have much experience riding horses?
No, but I do have +3 to animal handling.
All right.
Don't have a lot of experience. I've done a little bit of ponies, but not full-sized horses.
Give me an athletics check with advantage because you're you.
Okay, with advantage, that's a nat 20, so a 22 athletics.
Okay, so yeah, you backflip onto that horse in any way you wish.
Jesus. Pony's like, what the fuck?
And like an animal handling?
Yeah.
With disadvantage? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm just going to make it a regular roll, no disadvantage.
Okay, so that's a 17.
All right. You have control of the horse.
But I'm done because I've done my movements, my attacks, and everything. I'm just now mounted, and I can't do anything else yet. Okay.
All right. So, Valda. Sorry, Lyra.
Is there anyone left to attack?
There is the beaten and battered man holding a warhammer that Colt just punched and ran away from.
We'll do that guy.
Okay.
Nice.
He's my Biffle. Eldritch Blast. Let's try to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
23 and 13.
23 what?
Yeah. 14.
How are you? Do you have one of the invocations that adds damage to your Eldritch Blast?
No.
Then how did you get more than 10?
Because it's +7.
To hit.
Oh, shit, son. So that was just 7 then.
Just for the start, it should be +7. For that one time, give it.
Let's just do 14.
Heck yeah!
Okay.
Hi,
have you been adding that close. 7 every time?
No.
Very well.
Maddie.
I'm not sure that deception check worked.
Yeah. Okay.
Shit.
That's funny. Ladrana just starts walking off in the direction of the center of the city again. Like, he's now unencumbered, nothing stopping him from moving. He's like, I gotta go.
Yeah. GTG, y'all.
Now, the guy that's been punched repeatedly and blasted with eldritch power sees that he's alone right now.
How fast was that guy? How
he drops his warhammer and puts both hands up. Okay. Wim, your turn.
So the guy that was booking it out, was he stopped or no?
Oh no, he's roughly 150, 200 feet away already.
Okay, so what's my movement? I mean, would I be compelled by my bond to stop him?
No. He's not stopping you from getting where you want to go now.
Okay, so that's the thing. So I have to get to that green light. So if that is the case, I will continue that way for my action and movement to get to where I need to be.
Okay.
At least I feel like no one's bothered me in the vicinity of me getting there, right? Because that's what I'm still compelled by, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm going.
All right. Volna, you're up next. Now you've seen this guy surrender.
Yeah, I'm gonna see him surrender. I
Yeah,
guess.
when he drops the warhammer, he's like chucking it 10 feet away. So it's not a thing that he can like scoop up and attack with.
So
Um,
he's the only one left, right? Yeah.
well, there's also the two guys that are hypnotized.
And they'll be hypnotized for about a minute.
Yeah, and then the guy who was banished
He's
is
been
going to
banished.
come back without his horse. So,
And that will hurt because he's gonna go. Ooh. I don't want to sit. Yeah, that he's not gonna sit for.
oh, I got
Like,
another question ready the next time Jeremy Crawford's doing Q&A.
So Wim and them are they heading towards the?
we're all. I think all three of us are
Colt,
still kind of
yeah,
tricky.
Colt is ready to charge off on horseback.
I just mounted a
Yeah.
horse. That's all
He's
I'm
going
doing
faster
right
than us. I'm just walking
Yeah.
my full action and movement. So, which would
Alright,
be.
I'm going to suddenly appear to nowhere, out of nowhere, in the perspective of this poor man who just threw his axe, and I'm just gonna follow them.
Oh,
Just
so
gonna
you're
come
just
out
gonna
of nowhere and
Oh,
follow.
would I had another save if I got hit though? I get hit by because I had to do a concentration check. Would that been the same for what I was under to do what I needed to do?
we'll get to that.
Okay.
Okay, so Volna, you're just going to follow your companion.
Yes.
All right. Lyra. Your turn.
Yes. Yes.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go with
Hey,
them.
You're my only hope.
Actually, I skipped
I
Colt. I
don't
assume
go
you're gonna
Colt
ride
first.
off.
with one slight alteration, but yeah.
What's that alteration? What would you like to do here?
I'm gonna ride over and grab me some Wim, throw her on the horse, and let's go.
Thanks,
We
buddy.
both gotta go.
Okay.
I want to be back.
All
I
right.
might not grab her, but I'll try to help her up.
Oh, Bob. What? Oh, hey. Oh, fun.
Wim, give me an athletics check with advantage because Colt's helping you.
Yeah, because he's a lot short. I have no strength at all.
I'm aware.
8. You said advantage 15.
Okay. Yeah. You're behind Colt on the horse.
You're so good at this. I've never done this really before. I'm usually in a wagon. Somebody else is trying.
There's and I'm fairly certain I could not put Tin Man on the back too. That'd be too much, right?
Oh, we
you
can't get
are correct.
automaton? Oh, an automaton. Really? No. Oh, we'll have to work on that. I could probably try. Ideas.
Yep.
Brewing.
You're correct.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I've got her, and we're gonna just book off towards the green light.
All right. As you rush off, you kind of hear Lazrada like, guys.
I can imagine the whining.
Maybe you should let him ride your broom.
I'll ride my own
he's
broom.
not adventurous. Oh,
He
he's
can
sensitive
walk.
about that, Colt. You can't say that. But I could cast fly. Well, would I be compelled to cast fly on
Nope.
Lestrade and keep
Nope.
up? No? Okay.
Lyra, you're
Well,
up.
I won't do it. Good.
I'll hop on my broom and like head to sunset. Screw everyone else.
Okay. So
Just
everyone's
kidding, I'm following.
okay. Everyone's just gonna heading off there towards the center of the city. The guy who surrendered is like, really?
Like Desert Sky's playing in the background as I'm going. Let me ride them with a tear. Oh, sorry.
He's gonna just grab his weapon and run after us. Hey guys, I just surrendered to you. What's your problem?
Yeah, like so. Yeah, that's how that scene ends. You guys are running off. Colt and Wim on one horse. Lyra on broom, keeping up easily with the horse. Lestrade and Volna on foot.
What kind of green color would you say it is, Colt? It's like forest green, hunter green-ish.
You know the color of green that like a stagnant pond gets when it's completely covered in algae?
No!
The pond
Please
Yeah, it's
stop.
pond scum green.
You're
I've
wrong.
seen that. I've used that. I've looked at it on my microscope. It's really, and I put the goggles down and little things so I can make sure to see if I know if
Okay.
they look exact.
Yeah. And
Over
then
her shoulder.
after you guys have run off, the hypnotic pattern will fade.
Yeah, in a minute. Yeah.
That'll free up the two knights that were hypnotized. Shortly after that, their banished companion appears about 6 feet off the ground and falls on his ass.
Deserves it.
And the only other thing you see is the knight who ran off first. And he's heading not directly towards the city, but around the city wall to the right. Is heading in a different direction than you guys are drawn in.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Would I feel that because I still have level 1 spells for this bond, should I change into what that guy who was talking to me, the red police? Should I change his appearance to give us a better going forward?
That actually
That who's
brings
in
up
charge.
a question.
Would I be compelled to do that? Because I was a mishmash from the previous
The
scavenger.
compulsion is only saying that you need to be there.
Okay, so then I won't. I'll keep.
Yeah, it's not any more detailed than go there.
Okay,
and
so I will not change that.
That pillar of light that you're following is pretty much at the center of you.
Okay.
So
it lasts an hour. So would it take an hour to get there from when I casted it?
Well, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna have to slow down the horse a little bit to cross through the rubble around the wall. If you don't, we can go through that at full speed, but some dice rolling is going to need to happen.
I'm going to be very honest here. Colt's really not one for cautious behavior, as we've seen so far.
Fail. Please let me fail.
I can't see him realizing that he needs to slow down. It's more of we can go faster and get over easier.
That guy.
If you were a better equestrian, maybe, but no. This does appear to be dangerous to travel at full speed.
No.
Okay. Well. Okay. Against my better judgment, I will slow down. Although we'll get us there much later than I expected.
Okay.
Dude, you had one job.
When you're crossing through that rubble, that'll give the opportunity for Volna and Lasdrada to catch up a little bit.
Would I have to do a deck save if he's gonna go over the rubble?
No, but I would like Colt and Wim to make a wisdom save right now.
Oh, please. Please let me good. Okay. Natural 20. What wisdom save?
I get to re-roll because I had a 1 and
save yourself, please save us.
20. 17 to a 20.
All right.
20 straight for me.
You still feel the pull, but the need is gone.
Hold. No, stop. That's
well,
right.
In that case, then I will slow the horse to a stop and wait for the others, because now that I don't feel like compelled, I'm not going to stupidly forget our companions. So I'll circle back around for them.
Yeah, regrouping right now doesn't take too long. Inside the wall of Ulash. If the city outside looked bad, the city inside looks worse. Most of these buildings here have either been crushed by something large or burned. and even the burns are inconsistent. Some of them are just pure fire. There's a few that look like electrical scorches, which some of you have experienced from spells. There's some acid burns. It is crazy. You also see some of the stones have deep claw marks torn in them.
What's here? Do you recognize this cult?
There
No,
be dragons.
no, but I don't
All monks can be just dragons. That's too
mess
easy.
with a lot of things with claws. Just off the
Say I have
off
claws.
chance, I want to. Did my generous the guy who generously gave me his horse? Did he have like saddlebags on there? Is there like something on the side?
Yeah.
Does he have like some rations or some gold or something in there?
You take a moment to rifle through the bag.
I'm still looking around.
General kind of military camping supplies. Bedroll, change of clothes, fresh socks, rations. No actual money, but everything that you would expect to see in a cavalryman's carry-on is accounted for there.
Oh, it's good. So we have a few things we can sell later.
In
But
addition to the horse.
yeah. Well, no, we're probably going to
Budgeting.
end up.
No.
He's our buddy.
He's my new friend.
You will not eat him.
Who said I'm
Listen.
not gonna eat him?
The horse
In
looked at you
times
like
of-
that was an option?
In times of trouble,
No.
if your friend has died, it's acceptable to eat them.
No.
Wrong kind of halfling.
If you're hungry, I'd give him a power bar, whatever the hell that.
I was not even suggesting that. He's my friend. I'm going to keep him.
Yeah.
What's his name then?
Pebbles,
You
can we
name
call Pebbles?
him.
Can we call him Pebbles? Oh, we're so.
I want to call him Hank the Human Destroyer.
Fine.
I was hungry.
Yes.
But you remember his name is Hank, and we don't eat Hank.
Or Hogan's.
Hank.
No Hogan's.
The human destroyer.
Isn't that right, Hank? And wait, well, I don't know. Is this? How do you tell if it's a boy or a? I'm not
He
sure.
looks like a big old dog.
Fairly easy
Think
with
of it.
horses.
Like-
Paul, let's have a talk later when we get to a proper place. This is not appropriate. We had this back at the other end. I thought I was explaining to Lestrada, like you can
Roll for
certain
gender.
Yeah,
So
things happen. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you can do anything. You should.
you do recall that there was Volna, you lived through this. A flight of dragons rampaged through the north about 30 years ago. And that's approximately how long Ulash has been contested. It's what kicked off all of Ulash's problems with being ransacked by dragons.
Bro.
What would be here to be ransacked by a dragon?
That's a pretty complex storyline to explain, but
Okay.
every couple of centuries, dragons go wild and just rampage.
So, and they have a TV show about it. And it's a thing. Dragons Gone Wild.
No. It's an old elvish curse.
I think that was a curse in real life, really. It was a
Yeah.
curse in real life too.
Yeah.
But,
But yeah, the short version of the story is it's an old elvish curse on the dragon race. They go wild every couple of centuries to thin their numbers and keep them from controlling everything.
it's only internal with themselves, not supposed to others. Or
It's just they go feral for a
but
a year or
everybody
two.
else, gets it has to deal with the aftermath of whatever that is.
Yeah.
Basically, they get in heat, and then shenanigans happen.
Good to know. Okay,
So-
makes sense.
Colt, as you're rifling through this backpack, saddlebags, Wim, you spot something in one of down one of the streets.
Oh, what's
Uh,
that? Hey,
there's
hey, down front, down front.
there's a group of 3 people in like rags and kind of like ratty clothing,
In the middle
dragging
of the area.
something heavy on a sled.
Hey, Cole, I moved his head. See that? The hell's that?
3 people in ratty clothes dragging something heavy on a sled.
I know that. I don't know if you're actually aware of that, mine. Bitch. How far away are they from us?
Let's say 300 feet. So they don't appear to have spotted you, but you've seen them. That observant feet kicking in.
Thank you. Finally, I will hop down for them, and I will move closer to and sneakily go along for a lark, just because I'm intrigued by the dragon.
Okay.
And I feel like he knows where I'm going. He can see me. But,
give
so
me a stealth check if you want to approach like that.
Yeah. That would be a 14 stealth plus 2, 16.
Okay. You can approach half the distance with no risk.
Okay. And then how far am I from them when I get there half distance?
As you get closer, you see that whatever they're dragging on the sled, it's like wrapped in like burlap. But whatever it is, it's leaking something and leaving a trail on the ground. Something dark.
What I notice? Do I smell anything in the air? I have dark vision 60 feet.
Everything in Ulash stinks. You can just assume that there's bodies laying around places that haven't been.
So that's permeated.
Yeah. After Wim sneaks up, what about the rest of you? How are you handling this?
I mean, just onward, yeah.
Onward to
wherever the tattoo takes us.
As much as it pains me to do this, I will hop off my newly acquired horse. You know what? I'm gonna lead it with me, but I'm gonna go over towards those people because I want to see what they're doing. They're people in ratty clothes and stuff. I don't think I want to go on horseback over there right now, but I want to bring the horse with me. So
don't let the swamps of sadness consume you, Hank.
No.
Volna, are you adding anything to this equation? All right. As they're moving through the streets, they do look like they're trying to conceal themselves, but it's really hard to do while they're dragging this heavy sled. It doesn't look like it's the most efficient way to move something.
How big is it? The sled? Like, does it look like a body? The bodies they have on it, or it's more of a? I guess when I've gotten closer in the next turn, or
it's like the whatever's on the sled's concealed by a burlap tarp.
The burlap, yeah.
But it looks like it's maybe roughly the size of 2 barrels. So it's pretty big.
Is this like a powder keg plot thing? No.
It's
trailing a dark liquid?
It's not. It's shaped more like a lump, not barrels. It's just using that as size reference.
Okay. And so like, what? They're just trailing the gunpowder and me. Oh. So. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. No, I wasn't yet.
And they're moving deeper into the city. If you're following them, it's going to be fairly easy to slip in behind them and follow the way they're going. You just like wait for them to pass a little bit and then slip in behind them. when you do that, you can see that what's leaking from that sled is blood.
Well, after seeing that, I will look over at everybody else, and then I'll look over at them, look at everybody else again, and if I get no response, I'll look at them and shout over to them to get their attention, the other people.
What are you shouting out?
Hey, do you need a hand?
They drop the sled and run.
We take the sled.
Now let's walk over there and see what's under there, and
I
then
can try to stop them, guys, if you want me to. I still have some disco ball left if you want to try. And just talk to them.
I just want their shit.
no, they ran off. It's probably not that important to them. So let's see what's under there.
Well, they might be important.
Are there puppies?
As you approach the sled,
They may have a cousin.
and you get close enough to it, you can see that a hoof is poking out from under the burlap tarp.
Don't worry, Hank. It may be a centaur and not a horse.
We're bringing him along. He's true.
If you pull the tarp up and look under there, it is not an entire horse. It looks like it is most of a horse or two.
That does not reassure me. Thank you.
Like a Frankenstein monster. They're gonna stitch both sides, do a necromancy.
No, that's their
no.
food. We just interrupted their meal.
Oh,
Wim, do you have
Fuck
medicine?
them.
Give me a medicine check.
Okay, alright, medicine. Do I have for medicine? I have +0 for medicine, so here we go, kids! That will be a 16!
Looks more like something was left, the horse was killed, laid around for a couple of days, something ate part of it, and then they drug it on the sled and were dragging it away.
Does it get offering sleds?
The sled itself looks like it was just like built out of debris and whatever they could find on it easily.
Yeah, guys, this is kind of gross. I feel kind of bad at stopping them, whatever the reason. Sorry for the scare. I don't want to go to the light though, because that's where I want us to go. I'd like to not do that. So other than that,
I think we're here, and I think we would. We do ourselves a disservice if we didn't go to the light, because every time we've been compelled to pull somewhere, we've well, aside from the king, we found a way to get rid of one of these bonds. So if this thing is drawing us to the light,
well,
it could be important.
We knew that Radath, that he changed what he wanted, right? Because he could compel us to do whatever to kill each other. That's what he did, right? The Fire Nice guy?
He could give, or the bond has a specific built-in compulsion.
Yeah.
And it also forces you to take orders from whoever forged the bond.
And so since we were like, hey, what's up,
Right.
dude? He's like,
Since
you.
Since you were physically in his presence, he could order you to do that.
Gotcha. Okay, so that happened, dude. But we don't know if that guy's gonna be there. This is because we don't have red plumes, right? We don't have the red plumes on our arm. We had Zental on our arm that we know of.
The symbols that are left is a big Z of Centaur, the fanged palm of Mwandor. The symbol that you've come to associate with a Thayan wizard.
Oh, that's right.
Don't know if you have his name or not yet, but it's Trekendos.
Might have from the dude.
And then the final symbol was the one that
even Elminster didn't want to say.
Yeah, and that was the one that Radatha's wizard was researching when he got killed and burned alive.
Gotcha. But we know that he looks like that guy, right? That's what we came to the conclusion. He tried to summon it, but there was no call of issue because the princess was there.
Some of his notes included that the being that's associated with had some type of shape-shifting or
Ability.
body swapping power. Yeah.
So it still could be anybody, whoever he was. It did the note say that if he killed somebody and he can assume their form, or it could just be anybody regardless?
I'd have to go back and double check the notes, but I don't believe that's the way it works.
But that's fine. Okay, cool. Thank you.
So,
yeah.
We have reached 10 o'clock. I know we got a late start, but I know some of us have to be at work early in the morning. So I want to keep that 10 o'clock close up time. We can pick up here next week. So yeah, we've got into Ulash. You got some general idea of what the city's like, how it's different from the other ones.
Hank joined our party.
Hank joined the party. Hank the human destroyer.
I love Hanky.
So yeah.
You will not eat him.
If you need to track me down, Evil Sales House on Twitter is the way to do it. I have not been posting much lately. It has been a nightmare at work.
Oh.
So I have been too busy to check Twitter as I wish. That'll end soon. As soon as the vermin are back in school, my life gets a lot easier.
Hey, come on.
We appreciate your ability to have children.
Do we?
And they spend money that keep us all in a job.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm all about.
Think of the end goal, sir. Think of the end goal of it. Cool. Big picture.
So let's pass it off to Jeff. Who's muted?
You're muted.
Muted.
Fuck.
I did. I did before.
Awkward turtle.
You can find me at Sweet Night Tales, Twitter, Instagram, and occasionally Twitch. I'm going to New York later this week to go fabric shopping because my life is so exciting that I'm going to New York City to fabric shop.
Are you gonna mood?
It's cosplay related, correct?
Amazon.com.
Yeah. I've been
they don't sponsor. Do not advertise for the Amazon.
I've been low-key writing down things I need to get as I think of them. What were you gonna ask, Ken?
You have a specific list of things you're trying to build while you're there?
Yeah, I have for February next year. I have 2 costumes for me, 1 for Nick, 1 for Sky, 5 props to make before then. Like, yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I love it.
And including lighting and the props and everything else. This is gonna be interesting. Alright, I'm gonna pass it over to Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren. Oh, me, right? I'm a person. You can find me on Twitter at the Splittering. I saw Santana and the Doobie Brothers yesterday. It was pretty awesome. That's the latest thing that I've tweeted about. That's all I do. I just kind of chill. So, and I will pass it over to Derek.
It's a disposable idiot on Twitter, and we have this game, but we also are tentatively at this point going to return on Friday for the second session of the trying to help the Mathis family deal with their curse, where we'll have Kevin as our friendly dog mascot. And
mascot? I thought it was leader.
Yeah,
please.
well, and we have Rozzy, who will be playing the young detective. Yes, I don't want to give that too much away, but I think it's good. So I will pass it now on to Rozzy.
Hello. You can find me at CinderWizard on Twitter and Instagram and whatnot. What the heck are you doing? Sorry, somebody's posting a little dude in a cape.
Yeah,
Lauren.
That's all I saw. You put something up to the camera, and that's there you go. Close
That
enough. I saw red
does
and things.
look kind of like what she
Yeah,
posted.
I just no yellow.
Twins. But yeah, I just post about books and like complaining about science and shit. About it.
Damn it, science.
Damn it, environment that we're killing
Mm.
slowly.
Yeah.
Well, if it was about the speed, we're doing it much faster now.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I'm just like, let it all burn. Fuck us. Fuck us, humanity. Anyway, go
So
on.
yeah, we've got Derek's game on Friday night. I'll be back running next week on Sunday. Oh, and Monday night, Oliver will be running the second half of his one shot,
Yes.
where I get to do crazy, crazy things with my rogue Scabby.
You should check it out. It was
haven't
very
had
interesting watching it.
I have to
That
watch
was
the Ethicus
yeah,
one. Yeah.
that was one of the most fun D&D games I've had in a long time. I don't get to let loose like that fairly often. Scabby is a trip.
I remember because that's the character you used when I first met you at the
Yeah,
game. Yeah.
except now he has a flaming sword and it's fantastic.
Who gave him a flip? Well, he doesn't know,
It's
right?
it's an
That's
innate
why he
tiefling.
has a lightning
It's
sword.
it's the flame sword spell that he has because he's a tiefling.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lightbringer.
We can go into
He has
Scabby's
a
backstory
lightsaber.
at
He's
any
Luke
time.
Skywalker. We'll talk.
So, all right. On that note, we will see you again tomorrow night. Have a good one.
Peace out.